ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, LMJ here. Today I'm bringing you Stellaris by Paradox. A really great. These guys did City Skylines, and this is a 4X space game that is really, I gotta say, really good. First other one is, you can get this on Green Man Gaming for it's about 39 bucks. But if you use my link below and do that code 20 offer, yeah, it's code 20 offer, you get about 8 bucks off. So it ends up only being about 30 bucks. I probably wouldn't recommend buying their Nova. They've got a couple different editions. The Nova edition, you get additional race. I don't really think you need it. There's so much in this game already, and modding. They have mod tools in there to make your own races. I don't really think that. Save yourself the 10 bucks, and yeah, save yourself another 10 bucks for that code. All right, let's get into this. Does have multiplayer. Haven't seen anything on servers yet, but you can host games, play with your friends, of course. But remember, these kind of games take quite a bit of time. I just want to go over the settings real quick. Because settings-wise, not a whole lot. I'll actually get into the graphics. Not a whole lot to do with. I'm not on my 4K screen. It's only got 1920 1080 on this one. But it's got multi-sampling. But, graphics options, not much. Sound-wise, actually, it's got a little bit of sound, but that's not too bad. It's got auto-save to cloud. I would recommend, I do Iron Man mode because I always forget to save myself. So, it is nice they do have auto-save every once in a while so you don't lose anything. Actually, I want to pop in a new game, and then I'm actually just to show you some of the options they have for creating new races and stuff. And then I will, of course, I'm getting a game I've been playing for, it's about 4 or 5 hours. I'll show you what we're doing on that in a more advanced game. Alright, let's pop in a new game. That's actually the guy the Twitch Empire. More fanatic militarist, more spiritualistic, charismatic, enduring nomadic, and non-adaptive, because you had to kind of balance, you got to balance the traits out. We'll show you that. We just start with nuclear missiles. Warp travel, and a million ships. Okay, they actually have, these are just the generic starters. United Nations of Earth, Commonwealth of Man, which is an empire. Kind of like lizard people. Kingdom of Yardarim. Really no voice acting in this one, because I know big thing with the Master of Orion remake, there's a lot of voice acting. Really no voice acting other than the AI administrative droid. Pretty much, but I don't think it's really needed in this. Gennaro, Stellar Federation. Ooh, that's some wholesome marine life there. And I'm not even going to say what that looks like. But, yeah, that's one of the fungus people. Then, oh, I need a little adorable. That is adorable. Yeah. A lot of these do have different kinds of wormhole travel. It's actually making wormhole generators so you can actually do a conduit between 2 points. Yeah, otherwise, they have 3 different types of warp travel. We'll get into that in a second, because I'm actually going to create a new one. Yeah, those are just the choices you get. You can always create your new. There's quite a few. Alright, let's select that, create a new empire. Yeah, you can actually change. I'll go through all the logo settings here. Yeah, there is an insane amount. Insane amount for that. Your primary, secondary color. You can choose the appearance of the race. Got a mammalian. Maybe a little. It's Donald Trump. Okay. Yeah, quite a few of that. Do reptilian. That is quite nice. I don't know who picked that though. That's a little off. Marine life. And then fungoid race. I'm pretty sure when modding, you'll be able to put your own probably pictures in there, etc. And then actually it's got ship prefixes names. Actually automatically picks names from fungoid, human, mammalian, etc. What kind of random names you'll get. And of course you can actually pretty much change about any name in here. So that's a lot kind of like Civilization 3 did. You can pretty much put your name in about anywhere. Okay, then we got traits. Go check out some traits. You do start with a couple of trait points. You gotta pick something, but then you can pick 4, but you only have 2 trait points. So you kind of have to mix and match if you want to get all 4 traits. You kind of gotta take some negatives. You know how that works? Pretty much. I've seen this before in 4X space games. Starting rule, you can pick sex, hairstyle, clothes. A couple different variations. It's quite nice, actually. Quite nice. You can actually pick how your cities are going to appear behind there. A little subtle difference. It's not too bad though. And you also pick what starting world you start on. Pick your homeworld name, the star system of that name. And you can actually start in the actual Earth solar system too if you'd like. The Neb system, or just a random solar system. Yeah, you can pick every kind of different planet you want on there. And it should be more you got government and ethics. You can pick what you want to be, who your people want to be. You want to be incredibly racist? You can, against other races. Materialistic. You actually pick what kind of democracy you want to have. But be able that picking what kind of things you want, it's going to influence your diplomacy and what you can actually do. I just want to be aware of that. Because like if you have an indirect democracy, you're probably not going to be able to do slavery, etc. The empire name. And it goes to flags and all that. You can pick your starting weapons, projectile weapons, missile weapons, energy weapons, and the FTL method. They do warp travel, wormhole travel. That's more for advanced players because you have to make wormhole generators at each point because otherwise you're not going to be able to get across. It's going to cost a little bit extra. And then hyperspace as well, but that's only a limited existing pass, so there's not like a whole. You can't go everywhere. Warp travel probably recommended. And ship appearance. It's got a couple different types of ships. Okay, that's about everything you can do for that. So I'm going to pop back out and we're actually going to get into the main game. Okay, gang, we're back in the main game. This is actually the solar system. Yeah, this is Earth. Actually, you can zoom in. I'll get real close to. It does save quite a bit. I'm in Iron Man mode. Yeah, this is actually above. You can go really, really in depth there, or you can go really, really out. Then actually, we'll pop up. And this is actually the Twitch Empire. I was doing this on the live stream. That's what I really love. Cool effects. That's the alien spirit influence. I've discovered 3 other alien races. So that's their spirit influence. And right now I can actually get across because I have a diplomacy that allows civilian access to my ships. Actually, that's some space Leviathans. They're kind of neutral. They're not really doing anything, so I'm just letting them be, and they're letting me be, so really no problem in that. But alright, let's gloss over the big. Remember, just for you a tutorial, take it. You really. I played a lot of 4X space games before my day, but there was a lot of nuances, changes in this one. So you want to make sure you just humor the tutorial. I want to pause that because beware, unless you just hit the space bar to pause it, even when you're on the menus, everything else, the game is still going. So in case you don't want to miss anything, like sometimes things don't happen too fast in this game, but then sometimes like 8 things will pop up, so you want to kind of get aware. Remember, this is the Empire, the government screen up here. You actually have election because I went with the military tribunal pretty much, so yeah, it'll elect somebody based on all the officers and people I have in there. Shows your empire's effects. I'm just going to give you a very brief overview of the game and I'll close about what I think about it. Your income. Policies, what you can do. Yeah, slavery. Ooh, wow, really? I guess I can. Well, no, we're not going to be slavers. That's probably wrong. I did change a little bit for voting rights, and yeah, we're trying to lift up a primitive species because actually they do have. I picked the game where you can actually get about 1,000 stars in here. Well, actually, I'll zoom this out a little bit. Yeah, about 1,000 star system. So this is probably the biggest. I don't know. This is the biggest. Even in Galactic Civilization, I don't think we had this many stars. So each star is a system, and varied amounts of planets in each. I've got about, I set everything to max, so I got about 41, there's 41 different aliens in here right now. Some of them are primitive, they're just on their planet chilling. You can actually uplift them, make them your vassals, etc. So it's basically pretty nice. And there are some other alien species that are actually already spaceborne right here, because they kind of started out kind of surrounded. And I really can't, unless I build an alliance with them or something, I can't really, settle, survey in these areas. It's kind of a no-no. So now I'm trying to work my way out here, but I've got some ancient mining drones that are going to get in the way. So I'm building on my fleet. Going to go take them out. Hopefully get an observation post on that system. And then actually, because observation post, you put that on a star. It costs quite a bit, about 200 influence. And I'll gloss over this in just a second. This is just showing you a little bit depth of the gameplay, so you can go check it out yourself, not doing anything. Unless you guys really want me to do a tutorial series or something. Otherwise, I'll just leave it to your own discoveries. And I got some ancient mining droids over there, so I'm trying to build up my fleet. And actually, earlier, I did have a pretty big fleet build up, but I got rebels. We got some rebel space pirates that caused me a bit of trouble. I just managed to take them out in their base, but I'm rebuilding the fleet now as we speak. Okay, there's the basic overview though. You got energy credits used for buying things, trading with your diplomacy stuff, etc. It's pretty much your currency. And this is actually minerals. Minerals is pretty much what you use to build and upgrading everything. Yeah, and building mining stations, building fleets, ships, etc. And influence is using for recruiting, generals, leader scientists, and a couple other buildings. Yeah, upgrading your planetary capital. That's what I need to do. Actually, I actually need to do that too. And actually, it's got one thing I really love about this tree is it actually doesn't have like a tech tree that you can look at any time. It's kind of a different thing because usually like Master Ryan remake right now, you can see the whole tree. You've got the Civilization 3, you kind of got a look at the tree and where it goes. But here you really don't know. You really don't know. But you can actually, you don't get a choice between two. You can eventually research everything. You can research one thing at a time, and there's 3 different sections here. Yeah, we got physics, society, and engineering, and each of these 3 people, eventually these people actually do die. They do die, depending on their age, how long they're gonna live. But they do die. They do level up, but they do die, so I have to replace them eventually. Actually, see these. They also give a bonus to your research how fast that goes, and along any other kind of research stuff you get. You see 22 months remaining on Sentinel point defense. So it does take quite a bit, but yeah. So each of those will actually unlock new tech trees, and then that unlocks more tech. Actually, we can see what we've already researched here. Society, engineering. Yeah, quite a few tabs in here. Okay, let's gloss over this. Strategic resources, which actually open up along the way as you discover them in your tech. We haven't really gotten to that too much yet. That's just how many planets I can control. Out of how many I can do right now, I can do 3 out of 5. And that's how much naval stuff I can get, pretty much. Alright, then we'll bring it to the contacts. This is our diplomacy screen. It's nothing entirely... I can't even tell you what that looks like. Nothing you can do... It's nothing, like, spectacular. Like, some people I've seen, some of the negative review complaints, is that there's not really a whole much of diplomacy, but I don't really know what they're looking for. It's pretty much about the same as I've seen in any other 4X space game. So, I don't know how much we could actually look for. And it's actually a primitive civilization, which we could uplift, make our vassal, and then they can make their own ships and planets, etc. But we need a certain amount of technology to do that. We don't have researched that yet. Of course, let's go talk to these guys. I haven't really talked to these guys too much. We'll go communicate with them. Yeah, I'm authorized to speak for Reverend Eller Abba. Can I help you? Okay. I could establish, because you actually established 3 embassies with 3 aliens. That's your limit. I kind of don't want to establish with these throbbing purple fungoids, yes. I'll actually try to do a trade deal. Yeah, this is some of the stuff you can do. It's not really deep. You know, you can do alliances, non-aggression pledge, exchanging star charts. You know, if you played these games, you know it's about the same. Yeah, it's about the same. So actually, let's see. Would you let me for civilian border access? Oh no, that's what we'd have to do to make that even. We'd have to give them quite a bit, so they're not really having it. Yeah, I don't think we'd actually give that either. Let's put star charts. Ooh, 5. So we could actually, if we wanted to, we can actually. I've got about 600 or so to spend, so it'll probably cost me about 200 to get the info I want. At least got to be one in their favor, so. Ooh, 250. I will give you that. I will try just to show that off. Okay, so that is sent. We'll hear back from them in just a second. And over here I actually have another alien species. Oh, got an achievement too. Okay. Okay, they agreed to the terms. So actually now I know quite a bit more of this system actually now. Did it actually survey that though? Oh, it did. Okay, so those are already surveyed then, so I don't have to do anything. Because it did start you out with two science ships. Actually, just one science ship. I made the second one. Yeah, science ships, which you need to survey, and anomalies. Other kind of stuff comes up. Kind of like Master of Orion, I will show you. Yeah, that just brings that up. Stuff, random events that you can research. I get a bonus. Or you can actually have a chance to lose the ship too, so I gotta be a little careful. And it's construction ships, of course. Also, to make mining stations, research outposts, etc. Yeah, just to generate extra minerals, but you can only do that in your Empire Sphere of Influence. So I can mine anything in this area. Once I can get up here, then I can actually. My theory is I'm gonna be able to take this system eventually, get rid of those drones, and then just branch out. That's kind of my plan there. Because otherwise, I'm gonna either be become an alliance or something with one of these people, or I'm gonna have to start ripping some hell. I'm really not big up for that. Combat-wise, not too fancy. Probably actually is equivalent of it's a little actually less. The combat is the one side that is a little bit lacking. I mean, the game is beautiful actually when you zoom in and see the ships fighting and everything, but it's even kind of a little worse than Galactic Civ 3 because it's got cinematic, real kind of 3D space. There's no decision making. It's pretty much whoever has the bigger guns. Pretty much, there's nothing really much on that end you can do. But actually, we'll pop into the ship designer, which is actually this is better than Master of Orion. This is better than Master of Orion, but not as good as Galactic Civilization 3 on that scale. Yeah, see, we can do a couple different types of ships. Right now, when we unlock a bit more, we'll be able to do destroyers, battleships, etc. But right now, I just have access to the basic Corvette, construction ship, colony ship, science ship. But okay, we'll show that. We'll do a section. The Mind Spark core, so we get 3 utility. Okay. Now, we don't really have any other kind of drive technology right now, so this is pretty much, yeah, all we can do on that end. Okay, but then for slots, we can put in some armor, a fission reactor, or deflectors. Which we can do on that end. This is pretty much just to give it some passive defense or some more acceleration. Can't really do anything too aggressive on that. But okay, let's actually clear that design. Get out of that. New design. We'll do Corvette to show you some stuff on the offensive side. Yeah, we got 3 cores to start out with right now. I would probably bring an interceptor core up because it's a little better, so you get 3 small weapons rather than a medium. So small right now, all we really have now is nuclear missiles. And you got 3 different types of those you can put on, but those are small slots. So we're just gonna bring that over. Actually put a little turret. It'll put a little turret on there right there, so that's pretty nice. Utility slot. We're gonna put some armor on there, definitely. I want a little bit of get up and go. We gotta check our power. Okay, I might put another fusion generator there because we want to generate. Okay. That should probably be okay then. That should probably be okay. Check our armor. Shield bit shield. Like, this is one of the basic designs. So you're not gonna get anything too crazy on that. I do like the ship designs though. I mean, but it's not, make your own, design your own like Galactic Civilization 3. It does have a one-up on that, but it's better than Master of Orion. It's pretty, I think it's pretty decent. It's acceptable. Yeah, there's modding tools, etc. So we're gonna see probably a lot of mods for this. So that was something I'm excited about. Plus the ability to get some of your own picture designs in on that end, kind of like you can do in Galactic Civ 3. Call you Death by Snoo. We'll save that one actually. Okay, death by snoo snoo. And then if we want, then we can actually go in the shipyard and actually build that. Anything else I didn't really glass over? Well, situation log. They actually have a lot of quests. There's a lot of quests. That's all tutorial quests and there's some other stuff you can do. A lot of stuff pops up. Actually, we're investigating these guys too, the Theta aliens. Before you can actually interact with aliens, you got to research, and actually puts all your other research on hold. Yeah, well, any of the society research will put on hold because you've got to research. I'll put all your into learning the alien language. Well, we'll do that. Figure out who these new aliens are that I encountered right here. I was exploring because I actually got civilian access for my ships to go here, but then I got to this point and I got chased off by some alien dicks. Alright, I think I pretty much glossed over everything in this game. Yeah, overall, I would say it is actually better. It has a better feel. It just feels really 1,000 star systems, 40 plus aliens to interact with. Tech tree, I kind of like it because it kind of keeps you guessing. It doesn't really, it lets you research everything, but it doesn't show you all out. It's not, I said, because other tech trees from the other games had a little bit of flaws. I do like the alien races. I can kind of see where they're going with the, complaining about the diplomacy thing, but I don't know how much more. You don't really feel like they're a little bit different, but yeah, the alien races, they don't feel like it's totally different. Like I said, I'll bring it over here. Yeah, they talk in a little different way, but they look different. I'm okay with it though. I don't mind it too much. Yeah, but overall, I think this is a very impressive game. Very impressive game. Yeah, I've been playing this all day. I've actually been playing this for quite a while because this is my new. I was really behind Master of the Orion, but man, this game is off the hook right now. Master Orion in early access, so it doesn't have everything. And actually, one thing I did forget to gloss over. We'll actually go into one of my planets. I forgot to talk about their planetary system. That would have been bad faux pas on my end. Because like any other game, you have your planet surface. You've got a tile system, kind of like Galactic Civilization 3, but not as in there as it is. It's kind of a basic. Not probably as cool as Master Orion's one though, but it's pretty basic. It'll get the job done. You can actually get on these tiles. You can build. You can make different things: mining, minerals, power plants for research, etc. Yeah, that's the little AI guy. I do recommend keeping him on because there's some things you just won't pick up. That's his basic summary. You actually can hire a governor using influence. You can hire a governor to actually build that, and that'll improve your planetary output, etc., depending what they have. You also recruit armies. You have fleets in orbit to defend. You can recruit more armies, and not just your spaceport modules. There's just an expansive amount in this game. It is really quite amazing. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to expanding my Twitch empire, though it does suffer from occasional buffering and disconnecting issues. Alright guys, well, overall, I think this a 9 out of 10. I think it's a 9 out of 10. I can't give it a 10, just because some of the diplomacy things and the space combat. But otherwise, this is well worth your money, especially picking up on Green Man Gaming for like $30. Definitely a must buy. A must buy. I gotta declare it a must buy because it is really quite well thought out, well done. Not too much bug. I haven't really seen any bugginess issue. Runs pretty smooth on my system. No complaints there. So let me know what you guys think if you've been playing it. Tell me some custom race stories. But I just really enjoy this game. So I hope you guys do pick it up. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to hit that like button. It does help out a lot. And subscribe for more content. And I will see you guys in the next video.